And be like,
don't look at me.
So we're caught up in drama. Everybody's talking, everybody's talking. We're caught up in problem. Everybody's talking, everybody's talking.
if you need to change your school bus's brake switches, this video's for you. Bus today, trying to figure out why my brake lights won't turn on. I'm gonna check the brake switch underneath the dash and hope we can bypass it to see if that's the problem. If not, we got a problem. Our brake lights don't work.
Why?
I'm thinking it's this brake switch right here. If this is a brake switch, but I don't know. But it looks like the one in the store. I don't know. So I'm thinking it's this brake switch. They don't have one in stock, but it's got it right here. Let's go back inside and see what they say.
In AutoZone.
Of course, AutoZone didn't know anything about the bus, even though they gave it the good old Harvard try. I eventually contacted my local Bluebird supplier, and they hooked me up with the brake switches I needed. Got a box today. Got a box. Got a box. Mika, you got a box? Mika box. Mika box. Mika. She thinks it's a laser. Let's check out what's inside the box. Invoice enclosed. Okay, let me open this up and show you what it is. Here are the new brake switches for the bus. Try and do that tomorrow. We'll see. But these are the new brake switches and they look great. First thing you're going to want to do when doing any electrical work on your bus is disconnect the battery. Simple as that. Now let's get to unwiring what we got down here. As you can see, the brake switches are really corroded and I want to switch them both out. On the back side, this is where the air lines connect into the brake switch, and we're not really going to have to touch those. We're having a bit of trouble getting this old terminal off. As we turn it, you can see that the wire will move with it, and we need to get a wrench for that. So now I'm taking these pieces off, these terminals. Got one off. I'm using a 3/8 wrench, 3/8 hex. This one seems to be stuck in place and I don't need the wrench right now. That might not be the case the whole way down, but for now it's a very awkward spot to be doing this. Now realistically, this whole thing should just kind of spin off, because if we look at the new ones, it's really just that threading right there that's gonna replace that. Damn, look how much nicer that new one looks. They definitely look like different pieces, but I got them from, oh look, Mexico. I think the issue here is going to be getting something else to fit in there with that to turn this guy. That's where a lot of these projects get you, is you really don't have the right tools for the job. Because if I had one of these that was that big, it'd be perfect. Let's see if this guy, he's a little bit thinner, might work better. There we go, nice and tight. Let's see if this budges at all. Go. Starting to turn. Oops. There goes the first brake switch. It's out. That is gross. So unfortunately, this does not say what side is positive, what side's negative, how this is particularly supposed to work. So I'm gonna just screw it in, and I don't think it really matters. It's just connecting two terminals. That's all it needs to do, is connect two terminals, and then your lights will turn on. Got the first brake switch off. We're gonna put this new guy on there after I get some steel wool and clean that bolt a little bit. And then we should be installing the new brake switch. Okay, so since this is an air fitting and that could probably get clogged pretty easily, I want to make sure that I blow anything that's in there out. I think I'm actually just going to hit the brakes because that should send some air out that. So it looks clean. I don't know if anything came out. You guys would have seen it. But let's put this new guy in. You don't want to tighten it too much because you could damage stuff. So. There we go. I think that should be good. So something I just noticed is that looking in the back of this brake switch here, it's a lot different than looking into the back of the new one. It's a lot different size and holes there. This is the new one, this is the old one. So hopefully what the wholesaler sold me is the correct thing for this. And hopefully we don't fuck everything up. Bad to have these blow out, but the max PSI on them says 175, so I think we'll be okay. Look, and there goes another terminal right off corroded. That's the issue. That's why we're switching these out, because the red line originally did that. Like I said, a really awkward position to work. I shouldn't have installed this one already. Should have taken them both off so that I could have gotten this guy out with this not in the way. Bummer. This has got to come out. I didn't want to pull it back through, but it's gonna have to. It's in the way. And once you get it started, then it's pretty much hand turn the whole way out. Okay, it's another one off. I put the new one in. It's the first automotive thing that I've ever done on a part that I didn't even know existed. Oh yeah, I'm glad I'm definitely turning this one more. It's not that hard to turn, and that looks good to me. Heat shrink tube, definitely gonna need some of that. And I got my terminal rings that we're gonna use. So first of all, let's expose some more of this wire. So my two lines right there. There's an interconnection that I took a photo with my phone before disassembling everything so that I know kind of how they go back. I'm gonna cut some of this sheathing off. Okay, so this looks like, if you look at the wire, it's 14 gauge. Awesome, so I have some extra 14 gauge from one of the cords in the bus that's no longer being used that I ripped out the other day. So if I need extra wire, I got it. I always need a handy dandy pair of wire snips. 14 gauge, you're gonna use the 14 hole on your wire stripper and strip off. Do a nice little turn, get it nice and cut, pulls it right off. Right now what I'm doing is I'm gonna replace this guy. It means the blue guys. 1614. That's gonna fit right on there. Crimp this guy. Yeah. So right now I gotta go get my heat gun and we'll heat shrink this. I got the photo here, kind of see that. So green and green, red and red. And that's all I really need to know. This guy over here, piece and part on there. That's snug. That guy goes to this guy. It's got him in there. Oh look, it shows you what colors to crimp and wear. So now I did something stupid. I didn't put my heat shrink sleeve on before doing this. So hopefully I can fit it over this. Down there. Okay, so that's gonna be the green guy. I gotta do the same thing for the red guy. Add this heat. Now the last part is to put the main wires there. Take a picture of this because these have number codes on them. A lot of the bus has number codes on their wires. Ew, those just look horrible. There's a lot of corrode, like some black stuff on the wires. Going to clean it with some steel wool. We want good connection for these wires. The white on the green, the red on the red. Get these bad boys on. Oh, this is hurting my back. Put these guys back through the hole and then connect them up. It's a little awkward getting these in here, but you need to kind of make sure they overlap correctly. And there we go. I think we got some brake switches installed. 2 old brake switches to 2 new brake switches. Make sure you reconnect your batteries after you're done. So unfortunately, I don't really have a way of testing if these brakes work because I can't see them. You know, I can look at my brake monitor or the light monitor, and that could tell me that the lights are on. That doesn't actually mean the lights are on. But we're gonna listen real close. I'm gonna hit this and hopefully it sounds okay. But we're gonna watch this air gauge right here. It shows that they're on up here. So hopefully that means they are working. That'll be a successful completion of my first automotive fix. I'm gonna wait till Allison gets home to fully check it out, but I think we're good. Make sure to like our video and subscribe below if you want to continue to get our content. Like, share, share, share! And go to our website at twonerdsinabus.com. If you need to change your school bus's brake switches, this video's for you.